Josh Mafia. Welcome back to another reaction video. You know what I'm saying? Today, we are reacting to how one shot changed the NBA forever. And I'm pretty sure they're talking about Stephen Curry in this fucking video because I don't see nobody else changing the fucking game of shooting. There's a lot of people that was up there and shooting threes and shit, but I'm gonna lie, like Stephen Curry he's number one. If somebody might disagree with me, somebody might not. I don't know. But if you're new to my channel, make sure you're liking the video and subscribing. It's not too long a video, it's 13 minutes, but I don't waste your time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop straight into the video and let's see how one shot changed the NBA forever.
If you are familiar with this shot.
They do have a timeout.
Yep, it's Stephen Curry. I knew it was gonna be Curry. I knew it was gonna be Curry.
It wasn't just a shot. It was a watershed moment. A turning point that has far-reaching consequences and sets a new course of direction.
Everybody shooting threes.
A shot that would alter the course of history. A single shot that would set off a chain reaction of events unlike anything we'd ever seen. A single shot, in which ways none of us could possibly foresee, would change the NBA forever.
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
I ain't gonna lie. Curry, he's him. I ain't gonna lie. Curry can just pull some dumb shit out the bag, throw that bitch up, and it's gonna go in because it's Curry. No glazing shit. You know what I'm saying? No glazing shit. It's gonna go in because it's Curry, because Curry's Curry, you know? But hey, he's that guy. That was a massive, beautiful night.
It's the 27th of February,
2016.
2016.
Wait. It's my birthday. Wait a minute, this happened on my birthday. Man, let me figure out. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even know this shit happened on my birthday. But hey, that's a motherfucking W. February 27th, 2016, part 1. Let's figure what happened.
It's the 27th of February, 2016. The Golden State Warriors arrive in Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder. Except, this isn't just any ordinary game.
It's just a regular season game. It's one of 82. That's the way I usually look at regular season games.
That's crazy. I can't even know this happened on my. I know it happened.
There's still roughly
in 2016, but I didn't know it was on my birthday.
It feels like the Warriors and the Thunder
I forgot it was
a playoff game.
I did watch it.
Asking why? Why are the stakes so high for merely a regular season game? To answer that question, we have to go back to the beginning of the 2016 season.
The Warriors extend the best start in NBA history.
14-0.
Did you see what the Warriors did to Memphis?
Curry again for three. Bang!
The Golden State Warriors have now won 27 straight.
They're shooting shots 5, 6, 7 feet beyond the three-point arc.
Who's going to beat the Warriors?
The Warriors improved to 41-4, tied for the best record ever.
The Warriors are currently the greatest show on earth, and with just over a quarter of the season remaining, they are staring down a record that for the last 20 years has been nothing short of untouchable.
The Golden State Warriors are on track to break the NBA record for regular season wins.
I think they're going to do it. I think they'll win at least 72 games, probably 73 games.
Now, while we can attribute this success to Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and the rest of the team, it is in most part thanks to one Stephen Curry.
Steph Curry to beat the buzzer. Good! Another three!
Steph Curry is going ballistic on everybody.
Steph Curry is now in the midst of having the greatest single season any player has ever had.
When he retired, he's gonna be
It's how he's doing it.
one of the best that ever did it.
Skinny, baby-faced assassin. It's rewriting what it means.
Some people might disagree, but
an NBA
I don't think nobody better than him in shooting.
For the first time ever, the best
Somebody might disagree,
does not
but
possess the combination of height,
he changed the game with shooting threes. I ain't gonna lie. Which basis the video is called "The Shot That Changed the NBA Forever."
Like this in my entire life.
So in the midst of an unprecedented run, on a Saturday night on national television, with a record none of us thought would ever be broken again, inside, we all stopped to watch Steph Curry and the Warriors face perhaps their biggest challenge yet, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
This is a big deal. Any basketball fan out there, don't miss this.
And yet, despite this momentous build-up, nothing could have prepared us for what was about to happen next. The Warriors got jumped in the first quarter as the Thunder took an early 18-5 lead. Golden State's general manager at the time, Bob Myers, recalls how hard it was for the Warriors to even get a shot off.
You could not ask for a better start if you're OKC.
And their woes continued as the Thunder took an 11-point lead into the halftime break.
A thrilling couple of quarters as Green and Durant have some words as they head to the locker room.
The Warriors were bickering loudly, specifically Draymond Green and Steve Kerr.
It was a very emotional Golden State locker room at halftime. One player went on a profanity-laced tirade. The player was saying, "I'm not a robot, you have me messed up right now." He was daring people, threatening people.
What? That's all right, see, I ain't gonna lie. I did not expect Flight to be in the fucking video, but
It's just 2 minutes into the second half.
Oh,
Steph Curry
damn.
comes back to the locker room with an ankle injury.
ooh, I know that shit
Honestly, I
hurt.
was thinking he'd be done for the game, Myers said. Everything seemed to be falling apart.
I know that shit hurt.
And
Them
the record-breaking
motherfuckers
season was in
bent.
serious jeopardy.
He left the game with a bad ankle. They were down 12. They had this amazing winning streak, and it was all over.
Remember, with 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter, Steph Curry returned. And what happened next, as they say, is history.
Remember when he signed that long-term deal, some thought it was...
W video, you know what I'm saying? W video, bro.
And gets the bounce.
Wait, did you say about the because of anger injury, or it's starting to get better? It's starting to get better, in my opinion.
Stephen Curry from downtown. Crossover, step back, three-pointer.
He is yanking that motherfucker.
28 for Curry. Curry from downtown. It's good. Curry from way downtown. Curry, long distance, puts it in. Stephen Curry with another. Curry for three.
Just tossing that motherfucker up there.
Back-to-back games with 10 threes. Curry, another three. Oh!
His release is fucking quick as fuck.
11 three-pointers.
He just pulled this from anywhere.
They do have a timeout. Decide not
He's
to use
gonna
it.
yank
Curry,
that
way
bitch.
downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
And this
With
and his
6
ankle is
seconds
fucked
remaining.
up. It might not hurt now because all the adrenaline in his body, but if I ain't gonna lie, his shit was, I don't know. His ankle was bent
And that
pretty
was it.
bad.
With one flick of the wrist from 35 feet,
He probably don't feel that shit now.
31 second half points, willed the Warriors to a 3-point victory, tied the NBA record for most threes in a single game, become the first player ever to hit 10 threes in back-to-back games, and broke his own single season record for most threes in a season.
Damn, yo, breaking your own record.
I'm going to repeat that. Steph Curry broke his own single season record of 286 threes with 25 games left in the regular season. I'm sure you can now see that this was so much more than just a shot. It was a symbol, a turning point, a culmination of all the groundbreaking brilliance that had taken place over a 2-year period boiled down into one moment. I think this freeze frame of OKC's Enes Kanter sums up the entire situation. As he stands there with his hands in the air, watching the ball sail in, as if to say, well, first of all, who does that? Who doesn't call a timeout with 6 seconds remaining, but instead chooses to
Curry?
pull up from just
He
inside?
yanked that bitch.
And secondly, how the are we supposed to stop it? The simple answer was,
You can't.
and it was
He's
in
just
that
gonna yank that
the game
motherfucker.
changed. Everything changed. The true extent to which it did change, however, is truly remarkable, and would later be known as the Steph Curry effect.
The Steph Curry effect, part 2.
After Steph broke his own single season record of 286 threes on that night in Oklahoma, he would go on to make another 115 before the season ended. But it's pretty hard to grasp just how insane that actually is. So let me show you. This right here was the all-time
Bros glazing
leaderboard for
Curry.
three-point makes in a single season.
I mean, I don't want to say glazing Curry because if you think about it, Curry did change the game. I ain't gonna lie, he did. In my opinion, he did change the game of shooting because I don't know. Some people might say it's glazing. I don't think it is because Curry, I'm not trying to be that guy, but Curry's that guy. He's him. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if there might not be another Curry, and I don't know, bro. I'm saying glazing because he is making it sound more dramatic than actually it. Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. RKC, I know what you're saying.
Until the year 2015. Here, you'll find some of the greatest shooters ever. Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, Kyle Korver, Reggie Miller, and of course, Ray Allen. Now, even in Steph's early years, it was clear he was already pushing the boundaries of what it meant to be a shooter in the NBA. But his 2016 season is so high on this chart, it almost didn't fit on the page.
400. Big 400.
Flat out ridiculous. Steph would go on to win the MVP award in 2016, and still to this day remains the only player to have won the award unanimously, meaning he received every single first place vote. But Steph wasn't just rewriting the history books from an individual standpoint. The Warriors would finish the 2016 season with 73 wins and 9 losses, the best record ever. By this point it was clear. Either the NBA ought to catch up to Steph and the Warriors, or Steph and the Warriors would leave everyone else in the dust. In 2017, league-wide three-point attempts jumped from 24 to 27. That's an additional 6,000 for the entire year. Shots that used to get you benched were now shots that will get you playing time. Rosters were overhauled. In some cases, if you couldn't shoot the three ball, you found yourself warming the bench. In that same year, the Houston Rockets backed by...
And that's why centers and everybody now shoot threes.
The all-time record for three-point shots taken in a single season. And it worked. The Rockets averaged 115 points per game, the most by any team since the turn of the century. The only problem was the Warriors averaged more. But this was now the obvious way forward. The Rockets doubled down again in 2018, once again breaking their own single-season record. They were right there with the Warriors.
That year, James Harden just
Game 7
yanking shit.
Finals in 2018, and the Rockets were up 11 points at the half. The Rockets were 24 minutes away from beating the Warriors at their own game. And then they missed an NBA record, 27 threes in a row. Oh boy. Perhaps winning wasn't just as simple as jacking up as many threes as humanly possible. But what did the Rockets do in
27 missed threes in a row.
They jacked up as many threes as humanly possible, attempting an NBA record 3,721 three-point shots. But this time it wasn't just the Rockets. It was the Bucks. It was the Atlanta Hawks. It was the Mavericks, the Nets, the Pistons, the Celtics, the Jazz, the Hornets. By 2019, the NBA was a shell of what it was just a few years prior. The three-point revolution was well and truly underway. Teams were now attempting almost 32 three-point shots a game. And players weren't just shooting threes, they were shooting them from considerably further out. A study done by Ahmed Chima of the SPACs found that from 2016 to 2019, shots from beyond 30 feet had more than doubled. The normalization of shooting from such range continued to stretch defensive schemes, so much so that by 2020, teams were averaging around 112 points per game. Before Curry's record-breaking season in 2016, that number was below 100. Three-point shooting would reach its peak in 2021 and 2022, whereby teams were now attempting around 35 to 36 three-point shots a game. It has remained around that mark ever since. And just like that, before we could even blink, the game
I don't think that shit ever gonna go down. I ain't gonna lie.
Change of them all. When
that shit never gonna go down.
Just
I feel like.
Now Steph is listed at 6'2" and 185 pounds.
He needs more sound effects. It would make it sound better. Hey, I mean, the way he putting it sounds pretty good, but sound effects could help, but I feel like sound effects could hurt it at the same time, if that makes sense. But so far, I feel like the way he's putting the video is doing good. In my opinion, it's doing good.
Well, I mean, 6'2". That's not really.
How he's pulling all the stats up and shit.
Things into perspective. The average height of an NBA player, 6'7". But of course, Steph isn't just an average NBA player. He's widely regarded as one of the greatest players ever. Which is where things
Steph Curry definitely one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion.
List of players he's
doing shit that nobody else has done before.
LeBron James, 6'9".
All right, look, Stephen Curry, he's doing shit that people did before, but he's taking it to an extent. He's doing the shit that he's breaking his own records. Breaking season records and all this shit. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know when there's gonna be another Stephen Curry. I don't know if there will be another Stephen Curry. I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna lie, another Stephen Curry. I don't know if there ever will be another Stephen Curry. It might just be Stephen Curry. I don't know, because this Stephen Curry doing and a lot. It's not really everybody game.
9. Tim Duncan, 6'11". Kobe Bryant, 6'6". Larry Bird, 6'9". Michael Jordan, 6'6". Kareem, 7'2". Kevin Durant, 6'11". Hakeem, 7 feet. Magic Johnson, 6'9". Bill Russell, 6'10". Shaquille O'Neal, 7'1". Stephen Curry is 6'2". We have never seen a player at this height reach these heights. The fact that this guy's resume, pound for pound, stacks up against some of the greatest players we have ever seen is nothing short of remarkable. And in the process of changing the game, he actually changed who could play the game.
Yeah, what Steph shows is that you don't have to be the tallest. You don't have to be the fastest.
He's not the tallest player in the game. Can't jump the highest.
This was the first time a 6'3" or under player at the end of the year, you could say, he might be the best player in all of basketball.
We're talking about a guy that gave hope to all the kids around the world that would never be 6'5" or a 7-footer, that they actually got hope.
If you can shoot jump shots and you can pull up from 3, you too can beat Steph Curry. You too.
Yeah, don't give him too much motivation. Some motherfuckers shots is broke.
In the world.
Basketball was a tall man's game, and now it was everyone's game.
Stephen Curry got a good ass shot.
6'7" and
you got
240 pounds.
You know what I'm saying? Your shot just can't be.
There was another way.
The normal shot, you gotta have the motherfucker down the patch.
Perhaps out of all the ways Steph has changed the game of basketball, that one is the
That's
most
actually crazy. Yeah.
And if we had to point to one,
he's 6'2".
It's the 3-point era. The true.
Like he's 6'2". Like the average is way over 6'2", and he's 6'2" doing this shit. But Stephen Curry gonna be Stephen Curry. He could dribble, shoot. He could do, and he could dunk when he need. He's not finna just rise up and fucking put that bitch back behind his head and dunk on somebody. I mean, if he had to vert for it, yeah, but he's not finna do that because he's known as a shooter. Just straight yanking that motherfucker from 30 plus feet and just making that motherfucker.
Really set all of these changes in motion that made us all believe it would be that one shot on the 27th of February in 2016. The shot that changed the NBA, that changed basketball forever.
He just came down court and just yanked that motherfucker. Josh Moffitt. That is the end of how one shot changed the NBA forever. Will there ever be another Stephen Curry? I don't know. I don't think there will be another Stephen Curry. What I want to know is, will there be another Stephen Curry and LeBron? No. In my opinion, I don't think that shit will ever happen because LeBron is LeBron. He's that guy. Stephen Curry's that guy. Because It was a point in time where if it wasn't Stephen Curry winning the fucking ring, it was LeBron and his team. If it wasn't Stephen Curry's team. And I don't think there will be another Stephen Curry and LeBron in the league because the way it's just now, everybody, it don't matter if you're a center or a power forward, or like it's like everybody's shooting threes now. Like, it's like they rarely go in, but now the more is going on, it's just threes, bro. If you can't shoot threes, you're basically at a disadvantage, basically. But let me know down below in the comments what you think of this video. Let me know, will there ever be another Stephen Curry? Will there ever be another LeBron? There have been people getting compared to LeBron and Stephen Curry, but they can't hold the weight of that, you know what I'm saying? Being compared to the next Stephen Curry, LeBron, you know what I'm saying? But we know down below in the fucking comments what you think. What's your thoughts on the video? Other than that, I'll see y'all on the next video, Josh Mafia. Yeah. Make sure you locked in my channel and all things of that. Share my channel with your whole family, including your pets, need to be locked in. Other than that, I'll see y'all on the next video. Peace.
Falling, dreaming, talking.